Hey, my friend, and welcome to the show. I'm Denise Renee Green, your host and transformational coach. And what that means is I want you to not just learn things from these episodes and these videos and these audios, but I want you to be different at the end of them. So we're going to have a lot of fun today because here's what we're going to do. I'm going to coach you. Yes, I am going to coach you using my STEAR model. The STEAR model is how we get from feeling powerless to powerful, from feeling contracted and stressed to ease very, very quickly. So it's a very, very simple model, but it's hard to do on your own. So I am going to guide you through it, but we're going to use a real situation. So if you are driving, don't do this. Just listen. But if you are not driving, then grab a pen and paper and be ready to hit pause, because I'm going to give you time to reflect and write with a real situation that we're going to work with here, okay? So just a reminder, STEAR stands for situation, thought, emotion, action, and results. STEAR. And today I want to work with a situation that you may have that is causing you to feel some resentment. All right, so think about one. Think about the situation and write down the situation that could be causing you resentment. Go ahead and pause the video and do that. All right, so here's the thing about resentment. I think Mandela said it the best when he said, it's like drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. It may make you feel a little powerful when you've been victimized or when you feel like somebody's done you wrong. That's what resentment is good for. But unfortunately, not only does it hurt you because of the emotional frequency that it vibrates at, but it hurts your relationships because people can sense when you feel resentment. It also hurts your results, as we're going to see in a minute. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to have handy here. Okay, I'm going to grab it off my board. And this is the emotional funnel, first measured by David Hawkins. And if you want to learn more about him, you can read his fabulous book, Letting Go. But resentment is, it's down here somewhere. We've got fear, we've got anger. Resentment is like a little bit less intense anger. Anger just bursts and then it calms down. Resentment is like a slow simmer. You feel it all the time and it doesn't feel good. And you can tell you are feeling resentment if you notice you're saying the word should about another person. My boss should promote me. My husband should help more around the house. My kids should be more appreciative, do their homework on their own, get off the phone. Should. When you say it about somebody else, you're feeling resentment. When you say it about yourself, you're feeling guilt. We're going to focus on resentment right now. You can do the STEAR model with any situation. Okay, so I want you to go back to that situation you just wrote, and I want you to strip out anything that's subjective. Any adjectives, adverbs, opinions. Only facts are allowed in this situation. So for example, maybe my colleague got promoted and I didn't. And my colleague has been here 3 years less than I have. That's a situation. Or I asked my kids to do the dishes and they did not do them. That is a situation. It's clean. It's factual. Got it? Okay, so go ahead and strip any words out and rewrite the situation factually. Now, once you've done that, now you get to put all of your thoughts and opinions down. That's step 2, thoughts. So all the petty, whatever thoughts you have, put them down. Write them all down. Once you've got it out, look and see what is the most painful one? What's the most powerful one you see there? And then go to the next step, which is the emotions. What emotions do you feel when you think those things? Right? Because thoughts are not just thoughts, they have an emotional component. So what emotions do you feel when you think that way? We've already talked about one, resentment. We've talked about another one, anger. Maybe you feel that. Maybe you feel worried, fearful. What do you feel? I had a woman today send me her STEAR and it said confused. Meanwhile, she had given me a list of thoughts that were not confusing. These thoughts, I could tell this woman was so full of anger and resentment and bitterness, but she's not letting herself even feel it or be aware and name it. Now we got to name these things because they are in you. They are stuck in you. And we need you to feel more powerful because resentment and all these negative emotions are sapping your power. So I'm not having you do this for the sake of somebody else feeling better or for the sake of you forgiving somebody. That's up to you if you want to do that. All I can do is help you feel more powerful. I have no magic wand, and neither do you, to help anybody else do different or feel differently. Okay, so this is a selfish act we're doing here. I want you to only focus on yourself. Okay, so now that you see all the emotions that you're feeling, what actions or inactions are you taking or not taking? I've had people who, every time they talk with their boss on their monthly one-on-one, they ask why they haven't got a raise. See how that's going to work out for you. Or they complain about somebody behind their back. Can you believe he got promoted and I didn't? Or they roll their eyes or glare at their husband or their kids, or they complain or they yell. What are you doing or not doing as a result of these emotions you're feeling? Because we don't just take action for no reason. We're not robots. Even robots have programming to tell them why to take an action and when to take an action. But unfortunately, your programming is skewed by emotions. So notice these actions you're taking or these inactions you're taking. Maybe you're not speaking up in meetings because you're afraid you might say something wrong or it might sneak out how angry you are. I don't know. Just write them down. And then notice what results you're getting. Results don't just magically happen. They happen because of thoughts we have, emotions those thoughts create, and then actions or inactions we take or don't take. That's how results happen. The situation didn't make the results happen, right? The thoughts, emotions, and actions made the results happen. All right, so once you get that, that's the bad STEAR. That's the crappy feeling STEAR. Now, same situation, but we're going to get you to a better place. This is the upgraded STEAR. So the first thing I like to do is ask my clients, what would you rather feel instead of all of those emotions you listed? And here's what they usually say. Here's what one said last week on our group call. She said, I want to feel appreciated. I said, of course you do. And then I gave her the bad news. I'm going to have to give you this bad news too. If your emotion, your desired emotion ends with ED, you got to go back to the drawing board. Because words like appreciated, empowered, desired, valued, rewarded, all require somebody else to do something. And I have no magic wand again, and you don't either. So we can wait for that to happen until we feel better and do better and think better, or we can pick an emotion that is within our span of control to create. Yes, you can create your own emotions. They are not accidental. They happen because of the thoughts that you have. So let's decide, what would you rather feel than anger or resentment? Now, this took her a little while because the next thing she said was empowered. Like, oh, you're getting closer. I said, how about powerful? Now, that was a game changer. Wait, how do I feel powerful when my boss is behaving that way? Like, how can I possibly feel powerful? Like, that's a great question. What would you need to think in order to feel powerful in this situation? Now, I don't know if powerful is going to be the word that you want, but if we go back to here, I'll tell you what I told my client, and that is that one of the most powerful emotions you can ever feel is acceptance. Instead of resistance, you feel acceptance. Okay, that happened. Okay, my kids didn't do the dishes. Okay, my husband hasn't told me he loves me in 5 years. Okay, that's happening. Acceptance. It is what it is one of the most underrated phrases in the world. To just accept it is what it is. Now what? What's within my span of control? Because that is where my power resides. Resentment takes me out of my span of control. It makes me a victim, wishing things would magically change. So let's say you're willing to go for acceptance. What would you need to think in order to accept this situation? And then I say, let's go for it. And let's shoot for gratitude. Now, this is going to take a lot of curiosity. And this is one of the 5 shifts I teach professional women to make so that they get unstuck in their careers and they become badass influencers who get the success they want without the stress and without the sabotaging overwork and perfectionism. Radical curiosity would require you to ask and answer the question, what is the gift in this situation? If I were to break through this threshold, this plateau, what would be on the other side? What could be on the other side of this challenge for me? And I bet if you look back in your life, you have had challenges, you have had situations that you did not like at the time, but you handled them in a way that turned out to be a gift. So this is my invitation to you. You don't have to take it, but I would like you to come up with a thought that would get you to a place of acceptance, and then curiosity, and then gratitude. Now you're powerful. If you can get that thought, notice what actions you would take or not take. Maybe you'd stop complaining, and maybe you'd have a heart-to-heart with your boss. Hey, I can totally understand why you promoted Matt and not me. It was probably not an easy decision for you. What I would love to talk about is how I can show up better. What can I do differently? I don't know, but you're going to do something, take some action that is better than what you were doing before. You're going to try something new. Maybe you're going to work with me to figure out how to change your identity from the inside out so that you don't even want to take the behaviors you've been taking in the past in your life. You don't want to self-sabotage anymore. It's gone. That's accessible to you as well. So then notice what actions, inactions you're taking, what results might likely happen if you were that person. Now, I can tell you from experience, the people who do this, you have to be coachable in order to do this. If you just want to sit in resentment and wait for other people to change and complain about other people, this is not for you. But if you want to take charge of your life, this is how you do it. You rationally go through something that is irrational. And you find the better thought that's going to give you the positive, high vibrating emotions so that you take actions that get you the results you want. It's a very simple model, but it goes against human nature. Victim mode is easy, and your brain likes ease. So if you are someone who wants to retrain your brain so that you are powerful and you get what you want and you become the person you want. So in your last days, you don't look back with regret and say, why did I waste all that time wishing other people would change? Now, here's the irony. When you change, people around you change. The results change. The conversations change. The quality of all of your relationships will change. That's what's in store for you if you're willing to do this. So acceptance, some people think, well, just accepting the situation makes me weak. It's the opposite. It makes you powerful. So please do this, the STEAR model, anytime you notice that you're not feeling great about a situation. And if you follow these steps, you're going to get total clarity. And in less than 10 minutes, you will be the person you need to be in order to feel better, think better, and get better results. All right, so if you think that you might want my help and you are a talented female professional, but you are getting in your own way and sabotaging yourself, look in the notes for a link to reach out to me and see if we'd be a good fit. And I will tell you, if I am not a good fit to help you given your situation, then I have an amazing network and I'll refer you to somebody better than me for your situation. All right. So for those of you who are listening, the link is to reach out to me and have a one-on-one call. It is go.oneshub.com/power-your-success. That's one word. go.oneshub.com/power-your-success. We'll put that in the notes. I hope you had fun. And if you were out on a walk or you were driving, listen to this when you get home. Do the exercise. This is for your growth, not just for learning. This is so you will be different, be closer to the potential you. All right, I hope you've had fun. I'll see you next time.